Hey guys, welcome to Sunday.
We had a good day today.
I had a long day today.
We got up really early and did our talks. We both had talks. She went first and did a really good job, and then I did a really bad job after, by comparison.
No, he didn't. He did a great job. This is way better than mine.
I don't think so. She talked for a long time, and it was really awesome, and she kept on having things to say, and I didn't have that much time at the end. But I did.
Because I talked too
I
much.
got everything out that I wanted to get out, which meant that my talk would have probably been too short, or I was talking too fast. So it went well though.
He wasn't actually talking that fast, so you did a good job.
I can safely say that we were both extremely relieved when it was over with. So
Yeah.
it's not like it's that much of a burden. It's just like we both get anxious about stuff like that.
Yeah, like being in front of so many people.
Yeah.
And stuff. So we did that, and
But people, I think it kind of like motivated people to talk to us a little bit more.
because they're like, oh,
We got
they're
to
new.
We got to introduce ourselves a little bit in the talks, and
Yeah.
so people talked to us a bit more. We met a lot of people that are like into books, like we are. There's a lot more people here that feel like we can relate to more. They're all a lot older. Not a lot older, but they're all very nice. And I said a lot. I feel really bad for saying a lot older. They're not a lot older. They have kids and stuff. They've been married for a while, and in fact I was like talking to a few of the people there, and they're all like talking about how long they've been married for, and they're like going around saying like, oh, I've been married for like 19 years or 9 years or 10 years or like whatever amount of years, and I'm just like, I've been married for about 50 days. And it was really funny. So we're the young married couple, but
Yeah.
everyone was trying to introduce themselves to us. So.
Yeah, but like people, since we talked that we mentioned that we met like through a book club, they were asking
which is how we refer to BookTube usually to people who probably won't understand it that well.
Yeah, like we do video reviews on YouTube. Like that sounds really weird. So and it was a book club, it was a book reading group. So we talked about that, and so people were like, "Oh, what kind of books do you like to read?" And like some people brought up Brandon Sanderson to Christopher without like even knowing that he loved him, or Chris would mention it, and like the person would be like, "I love Brandon Sanderson so much." So that was fun too. Like a lot of people really like Brandon Sanderson.
And just fantasy in general. This one guy that seems to like some interesting stuff did say he's not too into Stephen King, which is sad, but whatever.
Yeah, so we will probably talk to some people, and I know that there's a book club in this congregation for the women, but like I know it's on hiatus because the lady had a baby. So
I talked to several guys too that love to read. Like a lot of them really like to read, probably stuff that even I would like to read, like fantasy stuff. So maybe we'll start a book club too. I don't know. Yeah.
So it's just fun because like the women in these congregations from our church like do tend to have book clubs often, and that was something I was really looking forward to. So apparently it's on hiatus because she had a baby and it's only like a couple months old, but hopefully soon they'll start it again and they'll read good books, not books that I'm not interested in. So like I hope they read like classics and stuff and not like the newest bestseller or whatever, because that's boring. Anyway.
And then actually it wasn't at the end that they asked us, but after church, during church, a couple had asked us, like an older couple had asked us to come over and hang out with them and eat lunch. They like invited us to lunch. They're like, "Do you want to come have lunch with us?" And we said sure, and so we did, and we spent like 4 hours there.
Yeah,
close to 4 hours.
Talking and talking.
Well, we ate lots of delicious food. They made this really amazing food. They make mostly vegan food. Sometimes they're like fine with eating some cheese and butter or something like that, but mostly it was all vegan stuff. But we had some really, really good soups and this really interesting salsa with like fruits and stuff in it. That was really good. I really liked it a lot.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was called, but yeah, it's like an Italian thing, I think. But it's not supposed to have fruit in it, but they like added in fruit and extra vegetables and stuff, and they make it their own, and it was very interesting. I liked it, but it's nothing I would like care about eating again. But the soup was really good. I really
liked it a lot. The soup and the salsa for me were both amazing.
The salsa had like jicama and like pineapple.
It had apples in it. It had just a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah, and like
it was really good.
I think it might have even had fennel, or the soup had fennel. One of the things had fennel, but like the soup was like an artichoke like yam, like, and a bunch of other random things. Like, they mix a lot of weird stuff together, and it turns out really good.
It was really delicious, and I'm really happy we went. They, not only because they're really nice people, but also because they make really good food. And the guy is like going to be starting a cookie business. He tried to once before, I just couldn't handle the time it took to do that because he's a teacher, and so he's waiting to finish his teaching career to start a cookie company. He like showed us some of his gluten-free vegan cookies.
Oh my gosh, they're so good.
That were amazing.
Like, I'm not even a cookie person, and I had like 5 cookies.
I had a lot of cookies. They brought out a whole plate of cookies, and
2 plates of cookies.
they brought out
actually.
2 whole plates of cookies, and we sat there and talked for like 4 hours. But during that like 4 hours, I ate all the cookies.
Yeah.
I mean, she ate some too, but I ate a lot of them.
They were really, really delicious, and they're like healthy. And
we had some ice cream too, and we talked about books a lot. We talked about a lot of different stuff, but it was just really nice.
Books and movies and
books and movies and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was really nice.
It's good. We got some recommendations that I'm going to be looking up soon, and
we gave them some
we
recommendations.
gave a lot of recommendations. They wrote down like everything we mentioned, which was
they had like tons of sticky notes out, like with lots of book recommendations that we had mentioned. So it was fun.
Yeah, it was like a really great time. Like they're in their 60s. All their kids are like older than us.
Older than us.
Like I think their youngest is 30, so a little bit of an age gap there. But like, it's so fun. We were talking about that, how it like age doesn't matter because everybody has something to like offer for conversation and interest wise, and it was just like really great that they're just such cool people, and they call themselves young spirits, and they definitely are. Like, they seem to want to stay on top of everything, which I think is really cool. So
they were fun to talk to.
It was so much fun.
It was fun, and
I just had the best time.
Yeah, and when we came back, I did get to work on starting my desk. Our landlord did help me cut all the wood that needed to be cut, all the 2x4s that I bought, and I'm really excited because I started building the frame for the long part of the desk, the long part of the L, and I started kind of piecing together what I'm going to do to put together the shorter part tomorrow, and then I'm going to put the legs on and put the desktops on and stain them, and we'll see how it all goes. I'll show you the process over the next few days, but hopefully I'm really hoping to be able to finish it by the end of the week so I can start actually using it, because it's frustrating not being able to actually use my office yet. So
yeah, I've seen like progress, and it looks pretty awesome so far, so I'm excited to see how it turns out.
It looks pretty awesome so far. It's like a bunch of 2x4s screwed together.
Yeah, it looks good so far. I'm excited to see how it turns out, because I'm sure it's going to be amazing. And I didn't really do anything else for the rest of the day. I read and wrote stuff and made lists per usual, because that's all I literally do now. So
besides work.
Yeah. Which I don't work on Sundays, which is really great. On Sundays we get paid overtime, so like everybody wants to take the Sunday shifts. I'm like, well, overtime would be nice, but I prefer not to work on Sundays, so I'm okay with it. So if I absolutely have to for whatever reason, I guess I'd be okay with it as long as I don't miss church, but yeah, I prefer not to, so it works out for me, and I've been really enjoying work. I haven't talked about it very much, but I'm liking it, and things are going well so far, so.
Yeah, today was a good day. I actually working on the desk kind of gave me some interesting nostalgic feelings, because just my dad and I have worked on a lot of stuff like this before, and Sundays was usually the day that we did it, because Sundays was usually the only day he had off during the week. And even some Sundays he worked as well, so he would work a lot of 7-day weeks, but on Sundays we would do a lot of this kind of stuff, like building stuff and putting together stuff and just working on stuff like that. And so it was really interesting, like doing that myself this time, and like actually helping our landlord cut the wood was very similar to experiences I had helping my dad cut wood and stuff before, because I was just like the assistant for a little bit, and then I got to do most of the rest of it myself. So, and I can imagine over the next few days I'll be working myself, figuring out I'm sure problems will arise. I'm sure things will happen that will make it difficult. But so far it's gone well, and I'm excited for it. So, think that's pretty much it for today.
Yeah, today was so much fun though. I just
Yeah.
completely enjoyed myself. It's one of the best days we've had in a while. I'm not saying that we have bad days all the time, just like it was really, really great.
It was a fun day. Yeah, we haven't really had a lot of sit down and talk with people conversation because, I mean, we haven't gotten to hang out with Steve for a while, and we haven't really hung out with anyone since our honeymoon, since our wedding, before our honeymoon, I guess. So.
Yeah. Well, I have, but.
Yeah, she went back to California, but I think that's pretty much it for today.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys tomorrow.